Sometimes the car isn't the problem. The problem is buying tomorrow's lifestyle with today's paycheck. A good example is somebody that bought an Audi S5 to get ahead in life. Then life got ahead of him. My name is MJ. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. We're trying to grow. We're so close to 4,000 subscribers. Hit the bell notification for future videos. Watch the full video. Let's dive in.
Ooh, bad Carfax. Ooh, it's a moderate. All right, this is going to be not a clean car, but we're going to call anyway. It's a 2018 Audi S5. Why are you selling it?
I thought I was going to be able to afford it, but they pressured me into it. They got me a really high interest rate, so I kind of caved. I've had the car for 3 weeks. I lost my job, and I can't sell it back to them because they're giving me lower than what my loan amount is for, which is 30. So I'll be upside down. And I can't afford the car.
So it sounds like you're going to have to pay me like $9,000 to get out of it.
I saw your TikTok on like helping people out, and so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need help. You bought a German car, so you must be doing pretty good for yourself.
Well, I only put $1,500 down at the time. I thought I was going to be able to afford it, but I realized I wasn't like a week ago, and then I lost my job, so I need to get out of it.
I would give you $22,500 pending pictures. So if you want to resubmit the appraisal, we can look at it later, okay?
Okay.
How nice is the car?
It had 2 minor accidents, but they were from previous owners, so I don't know what they were for, but they did fix them, and the car looks like it's in really good condition. The interior is red. Has red buckets. It has a little bit of wear on them.
Yeah, we're going to need pictures.
You caved in when they gave you a high interest. You could have just walked away. Or if you have good credit, refinance. And this is the reason why I tell people, right? Not to buy cars based on who they think they're becoming. Buy them based on who you are today. Because life isn't guaranteed. Your job is not guaranteed. Because jobs disappear, life changes, and emergency happen. The Audi was supposed to make him feel ahead in life. Now he's broke, unemployed, and stuck with the reminder, right, that the appearances are expensive. Just like the guy told him, nobody feels sorry for a guy that drives a German car.
So this person I was talking to drove a BMW, and he was paying $850 a month to drive that thing to work, to and from work. Insurance was like $200 a month. Bro, you're literally now paying $1,000. That's excluding gas just to drive to and from work, just to go to work. You're going to work to pay off the car. You drive the car to go to work. You don't own a house, you're renting. So really, like, at the pace we're going, there's no way you can potentially save money. $1,000 a month on transportation to get to work? I could barely fork out $3 to pay for the MTA train fare. You're telling me I have to pay $1,000 to drive to work? I think like what I'm trying to get at is that there's cheaper options out there, but like if you already don't make that much money, why are you paying upwards of like $1,000 every single month for a car? Something that depreciates in value. If you made $2,000 a month and you're paying $1,000 just for a car, the math is not mathing. And if you're renting, do you even have enough money to pay rent and food? And you gotta pay for food too, clothes. I don't know. Maybe honestly we don't get paid enough. So like YOLO, spend whatever we have. But $1,000 a month for a car is absurd.
She understood the assignment. The math isn't mathing. Now we do understand that there's a smaller percentage of people that make good money that can afford this car. But then there's a huge portion of people that really are buying appearances and statuses, cosplaying wealth. It's a self-esteem booster, right? But the problem with expensive car payments is that they slowly steal options from your future, right? The money that could be going towards investments, saving, a home, a business, paying back student loans, or even a simple peace of mind is now tied up in depreciating assets that you can't get back. In these type of cars, these luxury cars, these German cars, depreciate like firework. And it's sad because like people often ask why the middle class struggles to get ahead. This is exactly how it happens, right? Not through one catastrophic decision, but through certain situations of small moments where emotion beats math. And some people always ask, I don't have nothing to show for it. You start to understand why.
You know what I'm thankful for today? My 2015 Honda Pilot that I drive. Yes, I want a new car. Yes, I want a bigger car. Yes, I have 3 kids and they all go in one row. And yes, we don't have a lot of space in the back trunk. And yes, I don't have like the coolest car in the world and I can't like turn it on and get it cooled down before I get in here. But I'm thankful for it because I need to be thankful for it because I have a car that gets me from point A to point B. My husband and I really want to get debt free and we are still paying on our cars, but my car payment isn't like the craziest, largest number in the world because I drive a 2015 Honda Pilot that we bought with like 1 million miles on it. But Hondas and Toyotas and cars like that go forever. So it actually was a good investment. And by the time we pay it off, we could still be driving it. And I don't want my car payment to be like ginormous. I actually don't even want to have a car payment. So I am thankful for my Honda Pilot today. If you drive an old car, keep going. Don't let yourself feel like you need a new car and pay like $1,000 a month. It's not worth it.
She mentioned what she's grateful for. I think the husband should be really grateful for having her in her life. And sometimes a big blessing, right, and a part of God's blessing and provision, sometimes has nothing to do with money, right? It's very supportive and an understanding wife that is on the same wavelength that you're on. Sometimes your spouse or your partner can either be an anchor or an amplifier. She's an amplifier. She wants to get ahead financially. And it's hard because we have to be realistic, right? And we have to be honest. Women do love shiny things. Now all they have to do is follow this plan all the way through, and I promise you they're going to start making money and continue to level up in life and create financial independence, prosperity. And I've always said in this channel, these things are a trap. Credit cards, trap. Car payments, trap. Especially car payments you can't afford, all right? But vacations you can't afford, trap. The bank is willing. Have you ever asked yourself, the bank is willing to finance or give you personal loans for fun and vacations? But when it comes to you to start something that's going to benefit you and become an entrepreneur or somebody that, wants to put his family into a generational wealth situation, they would not fund that. They would look at you crazy. So you have to question the narrative. You have to question everything and every choice that you make, especially when it's coming from wishful desires, so you can get ahead.
So I just picked up my car from having my B service done. And it's moments like this that make me question my decision to getting a German car. It seemed like a good idea
It
at
always
first.
seems like a good idea at first, right? He said getting B service on a Mercedes Benz should be considered financial abuse. Okay, let's see what he has to say.
But whenever I do my A service, I'm usually fine with that because that usually run around like $300, $350. But whenever the B service comes around, whew, you guys are not gonna believe how much I just paid to have my B service done. Let me show you guys. Let's focus right
That's crazy
here.
as hell. $800. Let's just say 900. Let's just round it up. 900. Oh my God, y'all. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, almost $900, guys, to have my car serviced. Granted, they said like the B service comes with a bunch of stuff that the typical oil change wouldn't come with, but still, that's a lot of money. So this is the list of everything they said they did. And they had the audacity to do a full point inspection, which is good, is complimentary. But they're gonna tell me, oh, you're gonna need 3 new tires, and guess how
15.
much? $1,200
That's
for 3
close.
new tires. I was like, bro, leave my tire alone. I do not care about your recommendation. Did my tires bother you? Okay, then leave them where they are. Give me my keys and I'll hand my car. Talking about $1,200 for 3 tires. Sheesh. I am not driving to the moon.
I always give credit to the people that I react to down below in the description. But his name is Nurse Love Official. So what that tells me, he's a nurse. Nurses usually make 45,000 to 90,000. Just speculating here. Don't quote me on it. You could tell me how much you make if you're a nurse watching this video. But for you to afford a German car, and I always say, right, that if you can afford the payments, you cannot afford the maintenance, especially on these German cars, because the parts are expensive, the labor is expensive. You're like the hourly that you're getting charged for the labor costs more than what you make an hour. So most nurses are making like what, $35, $40, max maybe 50. For a German car, it's probably like you're looking at $150 to $200 an hour. Don't quote me on it, but it's a very educated guess. So as a nurse that's making 90,000, it is very hard for you to get ahead financially when you are paying this type of maintenance services for. It's just diabolical, right? The goal is to use the money you're making to pay off your student debt, drive a basic economy car, Honda, Toyota. And I'm not going to tell people how to live their life, but I'm saying this is what I would do, right? And then after I've got into other investments and I've used my money where now it works for me, then I would buy the German car if I really want it. But at the end of the day, if you can afford the car payment, it's hard for majority of people that work a 9 to 5 to afford the maintenance. And the maintenance is what's going to kill you. And the repairs, insurance, that this is a 6-cylinder. So gas, you're looking at a premium. You have to use premium gas. So when you add all these things up, the cost of ownership does not swing in your favor. And I'm not saying that to hate. I'm just telling you this to educate. I'm not a hater. realistically, real life, I have a coworker that bought an Audi SQ5. I knew it was a bad decision, but at the end of the day, I don't say nothing because people will look at you as a hater. So that's all I'm gonna say. Let's see other people and what they pay, right? I go to a certified auto shop that specializes in Mercedes. B service is $350 for me. Way to think. You should have purchased service package when you financed. You trying to make his car payment higher now? Why are you going to a Benz dealership? I don't go to them. And he goes, who do you go to? Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube. Again, I'm not going to speculate and say she can't afford the maintenance. But if you do go to a place that is outside the Benz dealership, number one, you didn't only just void your warranty if you have one, but later it's hard when you are trying to resell the car or trying to trade it in because there are no service records. So they think you're skipping maintenance and services. Pro tip, bring it on a Sunday. Most Mercedes-Benz will give you $100 off. That's a good tip. Okay. Somebody said, I paid $1,200 for B service. Yeah, with a sad face. As a nurse, I will never, never buy a BMW or a Benz or a Porsche. Nope, I will not. The only luxury car I would get is a Lexus, but my RAV4 is just fine. She understood the game. She understood the assignment. Shout out to her. Like I said, if you're a nurse, use that money to pay off debt, get ahead in life, do the boring things now, and then live like, a queen or a king later. All right. But comment down below. How much do you pay for your service? A and B if you drive a Mercedes-Benz.
You took a $75,000 pay cut. You bought this house based on the old salary, but then you still decided to build the pool?
Yeah.
How much did the pool cost?
Like $120,000. That was just the pool.
What else is there?
Oh, concrete fencing that had to go around to build the pool.
How much
Electrical
total?
Panel. Another $100,000.
When did it start hitting you that you were financially in over your heads?
I think immediately, we just weren't thinking about all the other things that were going to be added on.
Where does the money come from for all of these things?
Credit cards.
Really?
Yeah.
And
a moment of silence, please. 100 for the pool, 120 for cement and all that stuff. Financed with credit cards. And now you guys get what I mean. Everything is financed with credit. God damn, 200. Imagine the interest rate. I don't know why I'm getting heated. Wow. I do not want this life for anyone, even my worst enemy.
so what happened next?
We ended up taking a personal loan from some family.
How much did they loan you?
$100,000.
Did you run math?
Just emotion.
Wow, it got extremely silent in here.
Why are they laughing? Okay. Let's jump straight into the comments. Somebody said, why are they laughing? Exactly what I said. Question for the homeowners, right? Why aren't y'all just saving up until you could buy stuff with cash little by little instead of doing everything at once? It goes back to delayed gratifications and in an impatience problem. That is the disease in this country. Somebody said, I'm starting to see it now. 9 times out of 10, there's a spending problem in this country. Cars, houses, accessories that go in or around the house, clothes, jewelry, etc. I wanted a pool, but changed my mind, and now I invest $3,500 monthly into the stock market instead. Somebody said, so they're $220K in debt for the pool and will never be able to sell their home to recoup these costs. Sound like a disaster. Yeah, most people don't understand that you can literally be underwater or negative equity in a house too. It's not just cars, also houses. Anything that has debt in it can be negative. $220K for a pool, that's excessive. How much was the home? Somebody said, maybe sell your house and buy a new one that already has a pool. We have hope, y'all. That's exactly what I'm thinking. You know, they were laughing, but you can tell they really wanted to cry out loud. And it goes back to Americans. They overspend on 2 things, houses and cars. They buy too much house and they buy too much of a car. Not everybody needs an SUV, right? And I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. If you want an SUV, that's you. But if you're single or it's just you and your husband and you have your own car and he has his own car, sedan is a beautiful place to be. Maybe buy a house that's 1,200 square feet instead of 24, instead of 32, right? Because now property taxes is higher. Cleaning it is now problematic, right? The loan becomes bigger. I blame, number one, people's choices. I blame, maybe who they looked up to as their parents, and their parents was playing the same game. But I will for sure blame the education system, because the first introduction to loans happened at the school, happen in universities, happens in colleges. And now when you have an 18-year-old that can take out a loan to live or to try to survive through college should be affordable in this country. But if you are going to live in a capitalistic system, you must know that you are always being hunted, and you have people that are predators, apex predators, and you are just lunch. because student loans introduces to kids that they can finance anything moving forward in life. It is a fix for everything, fix for any financial, goal that they want to reach through personal loans, like you just heard, through credit cards, through car loans, through houses. A debt-based introduction will always create a debt-based slavery population. And I'm going to end the video by saying, to me, financial success isn't about what you qualify for. It's about what you can comfortably walk away from. The wealthiest decision is often the ones that nobody notices. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm going to end the video here. Become a member. Link in the description down below. But with that being said, be good, do good. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.